Well, he's got one about
okay.
blood, composting animal blood, and
yeah.
parts. Mm-hmm. So the blood, I don't really even think about composting. I'll dump it at the bottom of a fruit tree.
Right.
Or put it, if you stir the blood as it flows out of the animal, it will not coagulate. And you can put it in a squirt bottle and spray it on the leaves of fruit trees that you're tired of deer eating. And that is a great deterrent to deer. So you could use the blood in that way. Other than that, it just goes right into the soil, which I've never had a problem with. The parts, the offal that you can't get to, because we all must pick our battles, it is very compostable. But like any steaming, effective compost pile, you need thermal mass and you need green carbon. Right? Yes. Uh-huh. And that is a whole management system that I haven't been able to do yet, because I think it requires a tractor, it requires compost piles, and it requires like periodic injections of large amounts of nitrogen and large amounts of green carbon. So not wood chips that are already like basically composted. You need green stuff that is not very cedar rich, because cedar is antimicrobial and it doesn't steam up too well. Those are all tricky things in the Pacific Northwest.
And because we don't have a garden,
yeah,
it's just a project we've had to sideline.
It is. And so when I have the offal or guts available, it's in small amounts. So 4 pigs worth at one time, at the most. 12 lambs worth at one time, at the most. Usually it's like 1 or 2 lambs worth of guts, or 1 or 2 pigs worth of guts. And those little tiny infusions stretched out over a long time are insufficient to generate the thermal mass that a large pile has that really gets to cook. You need large piles for composting animal guts. You need large piles that have lots of thermal mass. So big injection of the guts, lots of green carbon, and then it will cook. Then it'll really be cooking.
Which maybe some of our listeners have.
Yeah, and I just never get it in that
ratio.
In that ratio and in that quantity.